Howdy, Possum Patty here. Come on along for part 2. From package to journal page. Out doing errands yesterday, and so we drove past a Dollar Tree. Well, no, we didn't drive past the Dollar Tree. When we got up to the driveway, I said to Mr. Possum, "Turn in here, turn in here." And he did. And I'm so happy I popped into this Dollar Tree because they had so many new crafts. I was like, oh my stars, I'm going to have to try some of these out. And I was so excited to find a few of them because, well, I'm not going to give it away. We'll do them, just a couple at a time. I'm not going to do them all today. That would be like way too much. So, reveal. Ta-da! First of all, they had the little wooden cookies, and I hadn't seen the wooden cookies at the Dollar Tree before. They probably had them. I just hadn't seen them or noticed them or looked in the right place. I'm not sure. But you get 3 wooden cookies for $1.25. And you might remember I've received 2 beautiful hand-painted wooden cookies from Awesome Possum Peeps. And I have them hanging over there in the fairy corner. And I thought, well, maybe they will inspire me to do one of my own. So this will be a project for one day. It would be nice to sit outside with a little acrylic paint and paint something. Do a little nature journaling on a wood cookie. That would be fun, wouldn't it? All right, so that was one idea. That's not getting done today. But look at these Crafter Square felt kits. And I was like, oh my stars. Yes, I got all that felt, bags and bags of felt, for $1.25. And I wanted to do some projects with them like butterflies or flowers. And I had them all out. Actually, I think, where are they? Oh, they're over there by the sew to go bag. Yes, I took them out of the closet and I put them all together. And look at all this felt in here. I have all kinds of felt because I wanted to do some projects with them. And I took it out and I looked at them and I'm like, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. So when I saw these kits, I was like, yes, yes, let me buy these kits and try to put them together. Hopefully I can do it. And that will give me an idea of what I can do with my felt. So I like to do this, for inspiration, to learn how to do something and to get inspiration to do my own. Sometimes it's hard, and we hold back from doing something that we've never done before because we're unsure, we're afraid we won't be able to do it or we can't do it. So, just take some inspiration from some little project, learn how to do it, and then make it your own. So I have these 2 little butterflies. I haven't opened them up yet. And it says skill level beginner, yes. Embroidery fabric, pre-cut felt pieces, embroidery floss, embroidery needle, easy to follow instructions. Finished size is 4.7 inches. Photo represents finished item. Well, let's take one of these apart. Let's start with this one. All right, so I'm going to open it up. Carefully. I think the instructions are right there. Yes, they are. All right, let me take the staples out. Put them somewhere safe, away from children and small pets. Read all the instructions before beginning the project. Do not pre-wash the fabric. Separate all the felt pieces. Beginners may want to practice stitches before beginning project. Okay, for stitching the design, it says put this in a small embroidery hoop. I don't have one. I have one, but it's not small. I should have read this before I left the store because I think they did have some hoops at the store. Then it says cut the embroidery floss. Use the number of strands that they have in the chart. Looks like they're using 2 strands for everything. And then tie a knot and thread the needle and put the felt pieces, I guess you put them here, and stitch according to the following steps in the chart. That is very small. That is very small. And here's our floss. Look how small. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this tiny. It is tiny, tiny, tiny. And I don't have my new glasses yet. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. And this is the body and the wings. And the rest is stitching. Okay. Now they don't give you a hoop and they don't give you a needle threader. And they give you a little tiny needle. Let's see. Yellow straight stitch. Yellow. It's more like a gold. So most embroidery floss has like 6 strands, and this says to use 2. So you pull it apart, and the trick is to try to get 2 strands that are next to each other on the same side, because this is twisted, and then you just pull it apart. Okay, it's a little twisty. Okay, I'm going to use a needle with a bigger eye. That has a tiny, tiny eye in it. And I have old eyes. Well, actually, they're new eyes, aren't they? I just had my cataract surgery. But I don't have my new glasses. All right, so make a knot. Okay, now the body goes right in the middle, and it just has straight stitches up through the body. So let's try this first. And we're just going to make small little stitches. I always check the back, make sure everything's going through and I haven't knotted everything up. This material is very silky. It doesn't say what it is. Just calling it embroidery fabric. So now already I have the idea of how I'm going to put together some felt things, because I didn't even think about, cutting out the shapes and putting them on a fabric like this to put it together. I was trying to think of how am I going to glue this together, but now use the fabric like a base. Stitch the shapes on. I have cotton muslin. All right, I'm going to make a little tiny knot there. Okay. All right, I like it. I like it. Now the wings have 3 rows of straight stitching and then some French knots in orange. So since I've got the gold thread, or they're calling it yellow, in my hand, is there a front and back to this felt? I think so. All right, now 1 row across the top, Would have been nice if this was just a little bit bigger, but I'm already thinking of where I'm going to put this. And this might be the perfect size already. All right, so there's the top row. Now I'm going to go back. I have not seen any butterflies here at Soggy Bottom yet. The spring azures should be out pretty soon. And those are the little tiny blue ones. I usually see those up by the road. All right, so that was not hard. That was not hard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a knot and then cut it. And then go over to the other side and do the same thing on the other one. I think we'll put the bottom wings on before we do this French knots. How we doing? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Oh, and the stitches have to go on the antenna too. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good, pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So this is not, oops, this is not impossible to do without a hoop. But then I do a lot of slow stitching as opposed to embroidery. And I don't use a hoop. I have another handicap going today because the cat is now in my lap. And she keeps putting her face in front of mine. So I can't see what I'm doing. This is how I'm working right now. See this cat sitting right here? It's probably a little harder without a hoop, but not impossible. You have to kind of hold everything, but I guess you could tack the felt down maybe with just a little bit of glue stick. Hold the felt in place so you can stitch. That side came out much better. Of course, when I did that side, the cat wasn't in my lap. Okay. The body's on, the wings are on. I gotta put dots and do a back stitch on the antenna. And then I'm gonna trim this out and put it in my journal. So this will be a kit to journal page video. All right, so I'm gonna cut this, make a knot. So to back stitch you, all right, gonna start there and then stitch to the end. And then come back to here and go in the hole where that one came out. And come back again. Try to get on the line. And go back in the hole where that one came up. And come back here. Go in the hole. So what you're doing is just making a solid line without any spaces by going back in the hole that you came out of in the stitch before. Okay, I'm going to do that one and then we'll get ready for French knots. I wrapped the extra thread around the top of the, the package to get it out of my way. And I brought over my needle minder because I just lost my needle. It's a magnet. And instead of just putting your needle down, you put it on there and it takes care of it for you. So one more thing to do, and that is make French knots. And let's see, it's just got a couple on each side there along the edge. And for a French knot, oops, I guess I better put a knot in my thread so I can make my French knots. Okay, so I'm going to poke it through. All right, let's put one there. And you wrap the thread. It doesn't say, yeah, twice around. It wants it twice around. So you take your needle and you wrap the thread around twice. Once, twice, like that. And then you stick it back in through. And it gives you this sweet little knot right there. Okay, now this is not an embroidery lesson. I'm sorry, I'm not skilled enough to teach you how to do embroidery. I'm just making this fun little Dollar Tree kit with my beginner skills twice around. And back through. And just get some fun orange dots on here. Twice around. I hold the thread to keep it tight around the needle. I guess this is harder to do without a hoop. And until you pull it through. All right, I'm going to put two more. Poke it up twice around the needle, hold it tight to get back in there. And one more. It's cute. Yeah, it's coming out nice. I'm going to tie this off and go to the other side. And there she is, all completed. Love, love, love. A little crooked on the wings, but that's okay. It's the beginner's thing. Okay, so I promised I would take it from kit to journal page. And I'm going to put it right here in this garden that I made. And so I'm going to snip it. I'm going to try and leave a little gray edge around like it was a die cut. And then I'm going to glue it into the garden. Ooh, I could put it out here. I was going to put her in the flowers, but you know what? I was looking for something to put here. I was going to put some ladybugs, wasn't I? But look, she's flying towards the flowers. And here's the fairy. Move that out of the way. Yes, I'm going to put it right there. I love it, I love it, I love it. Glue. Glue is here somewhere. Okay, I just used a little of the Fabri-Tac to put her down right there. She shows up so nice over there, doesn't she? All right, we're just going to check our flowers here. Oops, got two layers. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Look. And you know what? I'm going to put some on this one too. I'm going to put some here, so there'll be flowers and flowers and flowers and a fairy and a butterfly. And I still have to do my journaling. Well, this isn't quite finished, but I'm loving it. Yes, I'm loving the flowers, how they look on this netting. And I'm going to put some more over here. I got flowers left over. Yes, so I'm going to put another layer there. And so we have the garden, we have the fairy in the garden, and the little felt butterfly flying towards the flowers there. Love it, love it. Oh, and speaking of fairies, thank you, Ruthie Rose, for showing us that the ferns are starting to pop up here at Soggy Bottom. I love when those little fiddle heads just start unfurling. It's amazing. Yes, so thank you for coming along today for a little bit of nature, a little bit of journal play, a little bit of crafting. Yes, it was a fun session. Oh, even though this isn't finished, we did finish this page. And we have some little wooden cookies to play with too. I have some more acrylic paint over there, and I'll be playing with those too. Oh, well, more coming tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, so thanks for coming along today, and happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.